It's almost Halloween, and that means that there's a lot of haunted houses that are open. And if you're afraid of haunted houses, but for some reason your friends are making you go and you don't want to show any fear or go crazy and have them make fun of you, I have some tips that might help you survive a haunted house. There's a couple things you should be aware of. First of all, the actors in a haunted house, all those monsters, can't touch you because of legal reasons. So if you're afraid of someone with a knife will be chasing you down and stabbing you, they can't because they don't want to get sued. Another thing is that there's a lot of loud noises, either like rattling cages or bangs or chainsaws or whatever. So to prepare yourself for the loud noises, you should bring some either earplugs or noise canceling headphones. You can listen to your music on your iPod with these noise canceling headphones, and you won't be scared because you won't be hearing anything scary. There's usually strobe lights, so you have to be ready for those. I think the best defense was just to wear sunglasses, even though the rest of the haunted house attraction might be really dark. If you wear sunglasses, it'll actually obscure your vision and you won't see anything. So when someone jumps out and tries to scare you, you can't really see them, and therefore you're not scared. Fog machines, this is just a side note. Some people are allergic to fog machines, and it tends to like mess up with their breathing, and they can't breathe, and they start to hyperventilate, and that adds to their fear. So you should test and see if you're allergic to the chemicals that they use in those fog machines. Haunted houses are usually a linear path. There's no branching paths. It's just like a maze where you just kind of walk zigzag through a building and then you reach an exit. So if you get really scared, just keep running straight and you should reach an exit. Haunted houses usually allow 4 to 5 people to go in at one time as a group. And I would say don't go in a group that has a lot of teenage or preteen girls, because they will be the source of most of your scares. For example, you will see a mutant jump up and go roar, and then you'll see him and you think to yourself, oh, that was a jump scare. He wasn't really that scary, so therefore I'm not scared. But that was a good effort though. But half a second later, the girls behind you will see him and scream their heads off, and just their high-pitched, ear-bleeding scream is going to be enough to freak you out. So the jump scares will usually come from the side. They will never come from the front, because if they come from the front, everyone will freak out and start running back towards the entrance, and all the workers don't want that to happen. So let's say this is your group of people, and you're walking, and you're all in a line because the corridors are going to be narrow. So you're in a line. The jump scare will happen from the side towards the middle of your group, so that the scare can affect a greater amount of people. If you just scared the person up front, these back people won't even know. So it'll happen in the middle, and it'll also let people run forward towards the exit. But out of the 5 positions, I think the safest position would be last, because all of the jump scares will happen before they happen to you. So you'll see a person jump out, scare these people, and then you're back here like, hey. So yeah, it's just not scary. So if you're really scared, be last. And usually there won't be any scares coming from behind, so you don't have anything to worry about. Misdirection, they like to do misdirection a lot, where they would have an object or a prop directly in front of you, and it'll be well lit and everything, and it'll be kind of creepy, so you're going to be looking at it thinking that it might pop out or jump. So all of your attention will be focused on that prop, but when in actuality there's a guy on the side of the prop or next to you that's going to jump and scare you. And so just be ready for those. As a bonus, you should go to a haunted house with a person you like or a person that you want them to like you. Because usually when they're scared, if you're a girl, when things get scary, that's an excuse for you to latch onto the guy's arm and be like, oh my god, don't let go. Because usually when it comes to scary things, people want to be able to hold on to someone else because everyone's afraid of being left alone. So if you're a guy and you go with a girl, she's going to be grabbing onto your arm tighter than a koala in the middle of a hurricane. And that's really tight. And then, with all that, you can start building a relationship, and then you guys can get married, you know. So I think the best costume to wear to a haunted house would be to be a DJ. You would have your sunglasses, and you would have your noise canceling headphones, and you can also have your iPod with all of your happy music, so you can listen to that and not be freaked out with all those crazy noises. And yeah, basically being a DJ is probably the best costume you could have. Or if you have a lot of money, you can invest in making a really creepy costume, like one of those lichens from Underworld, or just some really like graphic costume where you're holding a severed head and there's blood all over you, and just slowly walk through the maze like a creep, and then the people who are supposed to scare you would be too creeped out to scare you that they're not even going to come out. So that'll be, the second best thing. Or, this probably isn't allowed. If you can dress it as like a light bulb. So you can just turn yourself on and light up the whole place, and then, yeah, there's nothing that's going to surprise you because you can see everything. That's all you really need to know if you want to learn how to go through a haunted house without being freaked out. Just dress up as a DJ. Easy as that. If you're watching this video because you're in an actual haunted house, well, I think your best tip would be just to leave. You don't need to investigate what that creepy noise was in the basement, or go see what that shadow was, or that little girl laughing in the corner. No, just leave. Forget that. Leave, go to McDonald's, have a McFlurry, and be happy.